Hello there, welcome to my channel Happy Go Sketchy. Today I'm going to take a small detour from Halloween, though I'll still keep on my Inktober challenge. There are a couple of reasons for that. The first being I didn't spend any time thinking about what to draw for any of the Halloween prompts for this week. I've just been swamped with work and chores and such. Um, the second reason being today is the beginning of the Hindu festival of Diwali. So to everyone celebrating Diwali today, happy Diwali from my end. For this video, I wanted to do a drawing depicting something related to Diwali, but I also wanted to do it in ink. To those who don't know what Diwali is, it's a festival celebrated in India. It's celebrated for different reasons across India, but there are different myths and traditions associated to it, depending upon from where you are and what your beliefs are and such. Most commonly, it's to celebrate the return of Lord Ram, who's believed to be an incarnation of Hindu god, back to his kingdom as told in an epic story. The story goes that he was a crown prince but was exiled for 14 years, during which he, along with his brother and wife, and a bunch of supporting characters, fight many monsters and demons. Eventually, he returns back home to his kingdom, and all the people, on hearing about his return, light up the streets and homes to get a better look at their king and queen. That's the gist of the story. There are thousands of variations and translations to this epic throughout India and many countries in Southeast Asia. It's definitely a good story with lots of heroism, philosophy, and social messages all boiled into it, even if you leave out the religious aspects out of it. There was a 90s animated movie I remember that I used to love as a kid. It's sort of in an anime style. I'll link it down in the description if I find a nice link to it. I highly recommend it. The basic gist of this festival is the celebration of good over evil and the victory of light over darkness. It's also a celebration of just prosperity and happiness. Uh, Typically, Indians will light up their homes with earthen lamps and lights called diyas. They'll clean up their homes, make and distribute sweets, and spend time with their family and friends. Overall, it's a great time to bond and make merry and gain an extra few inches. My earliest memories of Diwali would be bursting firecrackers with my cousins, wearing new clothes, eating sweets, and spending time with the family. Usually, there is at least 1 or 2 days of holidays around this time in schools and offices. Being away from home, missing out on the festivities and family time is definitely one of the saddest things. And for those of you living outside their home countries, I definitely feel for you. Anyways, getting back to the drawing itself, I wanted to draw something depicting the first Diwali. However, I didn't want to draw anything too intricate. I just had this simplistic idea of drawing a night scene of just the silhouettes of Lord Ram and his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman returning home, and just earthen lamps and little diyas lighting their path. As I went along drawing and inking this, I added in details like the palace is returning to in the background. I added in huts and the festive hangings on the fly. Also, the stars and skies, as you'll see further down this video, on the ground were added in impromptu on the sketch. I made the fine details on the silhouettes of these figures using a fine line pen. Nothing too detailed, just the outlines of these figures. While inking this drawing, I most singularly just used the Aquash pens. I wanted to create shadows within the silhouettes and use it to build contrast and focus. I find that these pens are really great if you're doing more impromptu sketches like this, where I'm not sure of what I want to fill in and what I don't right in the first go itself. Do let me know though down below in the comments if you prefer it when drawings are more improvised like this, or just more methodical and detailed right from the beginning. I did notice that a bunch of times the ink wasn't flowing the way I wanted. Sometimes the pen would just go dry on me, like you'll notice on the first layer right above it. And some of the times when I squeezed it to get more ink out of it, it would just spill on the paper. Luckily, I was able to move the ink around and spread it in time. That being said, I do want to say the sketchbook I chose isn't the best thing for inking. The paper is a bit thick, and I did notice a lot of feathering. Also, whenever I lay in more ink, I've noticed some buckling of the paper. I actually chose this sketchbook because I didn't want to bring in a new sketchbook just to make 8 drawings, and I also felt that the paper being tinted would make the ink drawings look better somehow. I also thought that by limiting the paper size, like choosing a smaller sheet of paper, I would force myself to think in more constraints and be more creative and time boxed that way. Let me know if I should make larger ink drawings instead. I might actually do that next year for Inktober. Just do one large drawing every week. Anyways, next time is for next time. I just purposely wanted to keep this drawing as simple as possible and did not make any ornaments or details in the house or the clothing. I also didn't draw any people except for these three. I thought that would take away the focus of the drawing from the central figures. After adding in the first layer, it was just a matter of darkening the areas that would be in the shadow and adding some more ink to just differentiate between the different areas. I used the gel roly pen bunch in this drawing to just bring out more contrast and just make the figure stand out from the background. I also used it to draw the stars, as you'll see further on this video, and to make the flowers. Adding in the festive hangings right now was kind of a mistake because I still wanted to darken the skies a bit more. So when I go back with the ink, it was slightly hard to just not touch the white lines already and just do the sky instead. Yeah, and a bunch of ink just fell like just right there. Luckily, I was able to maneuver it across the whole page because most of it was dark anyways. In the end, with a bunch of improvisation, I think I'm happy with what I got done. It's a style I've never tried before. I hope you enjoyed it. Do comment and share and like or dislike even, and do subscribe if you like the videos I'm making. Thanks for watching. Bye.